And you're good. Go ahead.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Empty Screening, our fun little podcast. Today, I'm here with David. My name is Regan. We are missing Elliot today, but he is always with us in our hearts.
Yeah, we love Elliot, and he loves you too. So in spirit, he's here.
Yeah,
he's here via that F1 Best Picture nomination. That's what he's here with.
exactly. And I'm sure we will talk a lot about that a little bit later. Um, I would like to say one quick thing before we begin, and that's the fact that, there's a lot of things happening in the country right now.
Yeah,
And, it can be a little difficult to kind of like just sit back and talk about something completely different that, movies in the big scheme of things, sometimes they don't really matter.
yeah.
And, you know, that's okay. Movies are an art form that deserve to be talked about, but it'd be remiss to also acknowledge that there are bad things and unacceptable things happening in the country, and I'm sure you're on the same page as I, where
Yeah.
we encourage people to follow the right channels, uh, speak out where you can, do the right thing. It's it's the best we can do as American citizens.
I agree. I've heard so many people across the years say like, "Oh, the Oscars don't matter at all. It's just like a popularity contest." And maybe that's true, but I feel like in terrible times, you kind of need art. You need something that you can latch onto. You need a movie like One Battle After Another in a time like this.
Absolutely.
And it's a good thing that we can celebrate movies like this. And obviously, everything that's going on is just horrible. I wish the best for the families of all the victims and for all the people who are out there in the streets protesting right now. I salute you. It's a great thing that you're doing out there. So it's a crazy time we're living in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're gonna take a little break from that. We're gonna rightfully make fun of some of these nominations that have happened. The 98th Academy Awards are just around the corner. The official broadcast is March 15th, and we will also make an episode surrounding that event when it happens. But today we want to talk about the nominations. They came out last Thursday. Um, some very interesting things happened.
Some crazy things happened for sure, both good
Yeah,
and bad, I think. But
yeah. So
uh,
we'll start with the below the line nominations, all the technical stuff, and that we'll just jump right in. I think
yeah, I
let's start
think
with
we're gonna give our picks, who we would choose, who we think is going to win, and then potential snubs that the Academy probably forgot about in the category. So that's basically the structure of today's episode. So yeah, let's just jump right in.
yeah. All right. So the first one on the docket is best visual effects. The nominees are Avatar, Fire and Ash, F1, Jurassic World Rebirth, The Lost Bus, and Sinners.
Okay, well, first off, I feel like nobody was expecting a nomination for Jurassic World Rebirth. Like nobody on the planet was. Did any of the other Jurassic World movies get nominated even? Maybe like the
I
original.
I think maybe the first Jurassic World did,
Okay.
and I feel like maybe Fallen Kingdom did as well.
Hmm.
I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong on that, but I don't think any of them are deserving of this nomination. I think the only reason Rebirth got this nomination was because Gareth Edwards directed it, and
Yeah.
he's pretty well known for his expertise in visual effects and
Yeah.
how he uses it. And I'll give the movie this. It doesn't look bad. It's just that the entire movie, the rest of it is bad.
Yeah.
So,
I actually
uh,
didn't see Jurassic World Rebirth. I my
yeah,
like desire to watch it was near zero, and so I just skipped it. But just a surprise nomination. Who do you think could have fit in that spot instead? I was kind of looking back and thinking through the year, and I was like, maybe Superman, Maybe Fantastic Four? I don't know. What do you think?
I I would not give that spot to Superman. Honestly,
Mhm.
I don't think the movie looks very good.
I don't think so either.
CGI wise, I think the colors are fine, but like the CGI in that movie's uh, not it for me. I would honestly go with either Fantastic Four or Thunderbolts. I
Okay.
think both of those movies look pretty good and have pretty good visual effects.
Yeah,
So
I thought Fantastic Four especially had some really neat special, like the whole black hole sequence I thought was
mm,
really cool. And everything they did with Galactus, I thought Galactus looked really neat and menacing, and it actually kind of looked like a finished product, unlike a lot of other Marvel movies. It looked like they really put time to polish out Fantastic Four, so that would slide in instead of Jurassic World. But as for my pick and prediction, it's Avatar. Like I don't think anyone else really stands a chance. Is that how you're leaning as well?
yeah, absolutely, it's the Avatar award. So
Yeah.
uh, I don't think there's any use talking about it any further. So
Yeah, let's just move on.
let's move on. All right, so the next one here is best film editing.
Okay.
Uh, the nominees are F1, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, and Sinners.
Okay. Well, I got to get this off my chest first off. Freaking has no other choice. Wong Kar Wai, not Wong Kar Wai. I apologize. Why can't I think
Park
of his
Chan
name?
Wook.
Park Chan Wook. Thank you, Regan. One of the best edited movie, the best edited movie of the year. Okay, just so imaginative, so all over the place, so creative. You got cuts in that movie that are just gonna blow your mind. And it's not a surprise that it wasn't nominated here, but it should have been nominated here. Um, and I'll also say freaking F1, I don't know about that. Maybe it has some nice edits for sure, but I is is it really the best one of the best 5 edited movies of the year? I disagree with that. I don't know. What do you think, Regan?
Um, for the most part, I'm okay with this. I have not seen No Other Choice yet, so full
Okay.
disclosure, I haven't seen that yet, but I will be pulling for it in a couple of other categories we'll get to,
Yeah.
even though I haven't seen it. Um, I haven't seen Sentimental Value either, but that's a really neat choice, I think,
Yeah.
for best editing.
I think it's a well edited movie. It's not like one that comes to mind of like, oh my gosh, the editing in that movie was fantastic. But it is just phenomenal movie, very well paced. So I think it's deserving of a slot there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I'm okay with F1 being here.
Okay.
Honestly, it's less egregious than a couple of other places it's in,
Yeah.
but mainly because I think the opening shot of F1
Mm.
is really impressive, and that alone I think gets it across. Like this is more than just like a normal uh, presented blockbuster to
Did
me at
it
least.
did it get in cinematography?
I let me check really quick. No, it did
Okay.
not.
See, I actually would fully support it being in cinematography. I think the cinematography in that movie is fantastic. Definitely
That's
like the highlights.
true.
So I would take it out of editing and put it in cinematography is what I'd do.
Okay, yeah, I can get behind that, and especially because Claudio Miranda, the DP for that film, he also did Top Gun Maverick, and he was also snubbed for that film, which I think he should have won for it, but
Yeah,
we can't have everything.
for
So,
sure.
uh, usually the winner of Best Editing is a pretty good tell of what's going to win Best Picture, at
Hmm.
least in past award ceremonies. If I had to predict what's going to win here, it's probably going to be One Battle After Another, if
That's
I'm
my
being honest.
prediction as well. Yeah.
My pick is Sinners.
Ooh,
Honestly, I
nice.
I think my pick is Sinners.
Okay. I picked one battle after another as well. And it ultimately just comes down to that whole middle sequence of the film where he's meeting up with Benicio del Toro. He's trying to get the password on the phone. And you got the Johnny Greenwood score in the background. That scene is just so propulsive and fast paced. I believe it's actually about 30 minutes long in the actual film, but it feels like it's about 10 just because of how fastly edited it is and how intentional each edit is. And you just get the right amount from each scene. And the whole sequence ends with, I guess I won't spoil it for people who haven't seen it, but this fantastic joke that just like makes that sequence my favorite part of the whole film. And I think the editing throughout the whole movie is amazing. For it to be a 3 hour long movie or nearly 3 hours, I think it's just like brilliantly edited and brilliantly paced. So that's my pick.
Yeah,
Marty Supreme is
that's
my second
yeah,
pick, though. Yeah, but Sinner's editing is great too.
yeah. And if I had to switch out F1 in this category, I think I'd go Weapons instead.
Yes. Ooh,
I think Weapons has an excellent edit. So
I agree. I agree completely. Weapons kind of they got one nomination, right? I'm pretty
that's
sure.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, it could have used a little bit more in my opinion, but
Hmm.
we'll get to that later.
All right. The next one is Best Costume Design. The nominees are Avatar: Fire and Ash, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, and Sinners. All right. So obviously the elephant in the room here is that Avatar got into this category, uh, which pushed out a movie that everyone thought would be in this category, which is Wicked for Good.
Yeah.
Um, so they snubbed a movie that made a lot of sense for a movie that made almost no sense,
Yes.
which is kind of crazy.
It's like they just all of a sudden decided that they hated Wicked, just like out of the blue, and we're like, we cannot nominate this movie for anything, even in categories that it's deserving of.
Yeah,
Especially since they they're not actual costumes; it's like CGI costumes, right? Like what the Navi people are wearing isn't that wouldn't that be technically special effects category, or did they actually design the costumes? I don't know.
I believe they designed the costumes only for like a visual reference,
Hmm.
and not like the actors didn't wear them when they did mocap or anything,
Yeah.
and so all the clothes and stuff is added in after the fact.
Hmm.
But now we can rest easy knowing that Colonel Miles Quaritch's Navi getup uh, for the Ash people is nominated for an Oscar. So
Thank goodness,
yeah,
I was worried, I was worried that they would snub my boy. But for me, I think it's Frankenstein. It would be my pick and probably my prediction as well, just because this was him popping off. The costume department were just popping off. They went full Belitzo, full crazy. It's kind of like didn't Wicked win last year? For
yeah.
Yeah, and I felt like that was a well-deserved win because they just went creative and went
Mhm.
wild with it. And like the costumes in Sinners or Marty Supreme are good. I wouldn't like say that they're as inventive as Frankenstein's costumes are.
They're period costumes. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Like good costume design, but not like as brilliant as the Frankenstein stuff. So that's where I'd go.
yeah. I would also pick and predict Frankenstein. That those costumes are kind of out of this world, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially in like the I think they front load the movie. Honestly,
Hmm.
like you see a lot of the crazy and beautiful costumes in like the first half of the movie
Hmm.
before like the movie starts to like slow down and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's I still remember a couple of the dresses Mia Goth wears in that
Yeah.
movie, and uh, how like visually stunning they were, like
Mhm.
how attracted you were to the eye, like looking at those costumes. So I would pick that. I think my second pick would probably be Hamnet.
Okay.
I recently saw that, and there's some really nice costumes in that movie
For
too.
sure.
So
Also, Oscars love period pieces, and that's what Hamnet is. And they're great. Yeah, no shade to the Hamnet costumes. Also, they're
yeah,
very good. So, but Frankenstein is my pick.
yeah, Frankenstein for sure. All right, the next category Best makeup and hairstyling. I don't know about you, but this was also one of the most surprising categories for me.
Yeah, they
Um,
really went crazy with the nominations in this one.
yeah, and the nominees are Frankenstein, Kokuho, a Japanese film,
Mm.
Sinners, The Smashing Machine, and The Ugly Stepsister. So, uh, I I'll just say one thing. I recently watched The Ugly Stepsister because it's available on Hulu. Definitely not a movie for me,
Okay.
uh, subject matter wise, but I get why it got nominated. So it's really cool that they nominated it.
Hmm.
I'm also just shocked that Wicked for Good is also not in this
Yeah.
category either.
Did you
Um,
see how green Cynthia Erivo was in that movie? I mean, come on.
Sometimes I couldn't even tell. It was so cool.
Yeah. um,
Uh,
keep on going.
I was also going to say Kokuho. I haven't seen that.
Me
It's
neither.
supposedly about a well, not it's about a kabuki performance
Hmm.
for what like kabuki players and that kind of scene in Japan. So I've heard it's pretty good, but haven't had the chance to see it. So hopefully I will before this all goes down.
Yeah. I thought it was cool that the Academy was willing to nominate movies that weren't nominated in other categories. Like this is the only Smashing Machine nod here, and I think well deserved. Like the makeup in that movie is quite good. Um, so like you're not just throwing in Sinners or you're not just throwing in One Battle After Another just because they're nominated in all the other categories. Like I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
My
As
oh, go ahead. Yeah.
oh, I was just gonna say as for my pick, uh, it honestly probably Frankenstein again. Uh, Jacob Elordi's makeup in that movie is very impressive. A lot of the other makeup work is really cool. Um, there's I I don't know if I know there's the whole sequence where the lab blows up and Oscar Isaac kind of goes flying. I don't know if
Yeah.
like his broken leg was makeup, but if it was really good.
Yeah,
I hope it was.
I also think of like the whole body horror sequence where he's
Mm.
making the monster. And that sequence is fantastic. Really great practical effects there. That's also my pick and my prediction. I don't think the Academy will go with one of the others. It has the showiest makeup. It was like The Substance last year. Like, how are you not going to nominate The Substance for pick The Substance for best makeup? And that's kind of how I feel about Frankenstein to a lesser degree.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. The next one is best cinematography.
Ooh. Okay.
The the nominees here are Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Train Dreams. So
Okay.
I, for the most part, for me, I think this is a pretty good lineup.
Yes.
The one that I actually disagree with here is, I'm sorry, but Frankenstein.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it Frankenstein has too much of that glowy Netflix look,
Oh,
I think.
yes.
And there's not enough scenes where it actually like feels like it's uh pushing forward the style that Guillermo has. So
Yeah.
I
I
would not have Frankenstein there.
I recently just watched Pan's Labyrinth, and the cinematography in that movie is fantastic. I mean, it's very Spielbergian, where it's always moving. It's got great blocking, nice contrasting colors, and this movie felt a lot more like you said, like a Netflix film, which is a little disappointing considering how great production design, makeup, costumes are on those other technical fronts. For me, I think my prediction. Ooh, it might actually go Frankenstein is the thing. But
Mm.
I think it's gonna go one battle after another. But my pick is Train Dreams. I think the cinematography in Train Dreams is just beautiful. So many like really rich, colorful shots that just like stick in your mind. Him up in the airplane, the shoe in the tree. It makes Idaho look just so beautiful. Idaho is beautiful, but it just it captures that beauty. My pick is Train Dreams.
Yeah, that'd be my pick too. Like Train
Okay.
Dreams, I think hands down blows all the other ones away. My prediction, well, I first off, I would take Frankenstein out, and I'd probably put Hamnet in there. I think
Okay.
Hamnet actually had pretty great cinematography.
I agree.
Um, but my prediction, honestly, I think they're gonna go with Sinners.
That's
Um,
a good pick. Yeah.
there's a lot of these categories where it's either gonna be One Battle or Sinners.
Hmm.
I do think that for this one they're gonna give it to Sinners. Try and make some history there with I wait, what's her name? Autumn Durald Arkapaw, because she would be one of the first women of color to win the best cinematography award. And the Oscars love doing that. And in this case, it's deserved.
Well
Like
deserved.
I would love it if it went to Sinners. So my prediction is Sinners, but it could go to One Battle.
And
So
I think that the cinematography in Sinners is excellent. Like so many beautiful shots of like the two brothers looking at the sunset. I think of anytime the camera shifts to IMAX and you get beautiful wide shots, and all the dancing vampire stuff is fantastic as well.
yeah,
And then with One Battle, like it is very good cinematography, but especially the chase scene at the end, like super awesome cinematography there. So I think these are all very good nominations, except for like you said, Frankenstein is a little whatever.
yeah. All right, and then the next one is Best Production Design. The nominees are once again Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and Sinners.
Okay. Um, I'm going to pick Marty Supreme, even though I think Frankenstein has more like I said, psychedelic, interesting, over the top production design. I'm going with Marty Supreme because maybe you didn't know this, but production design was done by Jack Fisk, who worked with
Yes.
David Lynch on almost all of his projects ever since Eraserhead. And I just think it would be really fun to give Jack Fisk an Oscar. It's probably Frankenstein has the better, but I do think a lot of the production design in Marty Supreme is very good. And my prediction is Frankenstein would win.
Mhm. I Marty Supreme's production design is really impressive, especially like uh I've seen some behind the scene interviews with Fisk and how they like had to recreate the ping pong hall that
Hmm.
Marty goes to throughout the movie. Like they recreated that building and a lot of other things they had to construct. It's pretty impressive. I think my pick, honestly, I I'd probably honestly I'd go with Hamnet. Uh,
Okay. Yeah,
I
very
think
good.
the production design in that movie was one of the best things about it because I I think more than the costumes, it pushed the authenticity of the time period. The Globe Theater and like Shakespeare's home and recreating all of that, and it was really memorable to me. So I would pick that. I would honestly take One Battle After Another out of this
Hmm.
category, and in its place, hear me out here. I'd put in Fantastic Four.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I can see
I
that.
think I think Fantastic Four's production design was really good,
Hmm.
and that was probably the best part of the movie for me.
I agree.
Like all the faithfulness to the retro kind of retro futuristic style they went for, like the commitment to that with the production design, I think was deserving of a nomination. But it's okay.
No, I
Uh,
actually I agree with that take. I hadn't thought of that, but and One Battle After Another does have good production design, but it's not like the most standout. It feels like one of those, oh, we just give it to One Battle After Another because they're leading everything. I agree with you there.
and then as far as prediction, again, it's probably going to go to Frankenstein,
Hmm.
which is okay. Production design is pretty good. I
Yes.
just wish the cinematography made the production design look better.
I think it's
So,
cool that they made that whole actual ship at the start of the movie.
oh yeah,
That's really cool. And the layer where the monster gets created is very cool. So some very deserving production design in there.
ah. All right. So the next one is best sound.
Okay.
The nominees here are F1, Frankenstein, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Sirat.
Okay. Well, first off, really cool that Sarat is in there. I haven't seen it yet, but I know
Me
that the
neither.
movie is like very based around sound. It's like at an EDM concert. And that would be my pick. Even though I haven't seen it, I've just heard enough about it that I could pretty confidently say that that's the movie that I think would have the most interesting sound of the bunch. But my prediction is F1. I think that one's going to win.
They, I think they use best sound to give it to the film they know they're not going to give best picture to. Like, I think again to Top Gun Maverick, they gave best sound to Top Gun Maverick
Mm.
when it came out, and it does feel like the move they would do is to give it to F1, which is of course the loudest movie.
Yeah.
Um, I looking at this, I would honestly take Frankenstein out of
Really?
this category,
Okay.
honestly, and I'd give it to a different movie. Uh, Instead of Frankenstein, I'd actually put 28 Years Later.
Okay.
I
Great
think I think
sounds.
that movie has great sound, and speaking of which, as well, I think 28 Years Later should have been in Best Makeup and Hairstyling, but
Absolutely.
um, yeah, Samson the Hung.
It
Give an
deserves it
Oscar to
just for
that.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I did not walk away from Frankenstein thinking, "Wow, that was an amazing sounding movie." Like
Hmm.
that was not my first reaction after the movie ended. The other ones here are pretty good. Like again, I haven't seen Seurat as well, but I would definitely agree that it should be here. Sinners had great sound. One Battle After Another had great sound. So yeah, my prediction is F1. My pick would probably be it's probably One Battle After Another for
Okay.
sound for me. So
Yeah, it's a very good sounding movie. Another snub from this category was a different Alex Garland movie, which was Warfare,
ooh,
which had mixed reception. Not everybody loved it. Some people did, but from everything I've heard, the sound was just like the central point of the movie. Like it was all based around the sound to make it sound as realistic as possible. And people, that was like the number one source of praise for that movie was for the sound. So I think it could have made it in.
yep. All right. The next one is the newest category. The first in what did they say, like 25 years,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. Best casting.
And we're getting best
That
stunts next year, which is awesome.
that's
Finally.
yep. So best casting, the nominees are Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, and Sinners.
Ooh, and I think this was the most spot on category they had. The only one I might switch out, I like the cast a lot in Hamnet, but I might switch it out for weapons. I think the cast in weapons
Mm,
was fantastic, all across the board. And I had such a hard time picking which one I think should win because, as we're going to discover later, I love the sentimental value cast. I think the like lead four are just phenomenal. All are incredible. I also think the casting in Marty Supreme is incredible. Just like not just because of Timmy, who is phenomenal, but also just like all the small, like Cohen Brothers esque side characters. I think are all so fun and
yeah,
enjoyable. And then Secret Agent, which I just think the casting in Secret Agent is spot on. A lot of the people had never really been in movies before, but they just fit into the role so perfectly. And it could have gone to either of those three, but I ended up choosing Secret Agent. Or yeah, that's the name of the movie, right? Secret Agent.
The Secret Agent.
Yeah, Secret Agent. I don't know why I was facing him that for a second. I just think that across the board, it's a massive cast. There's like 45 characters in the movie, and everybody just fits the role perfectly. Like everybody is so good in that movie. And it would just be a beast of a challenge to cast a film with that many people in it, and they just nailed it. So, Secret Agent is my pick.
Yeah. I haven't seen The Secret Agent yet. I haven't seen any of the international films yet, which
Oh, dang.
really bums me out. The Regal area has not played any of them,
That sucks.
which really sucks. But my pick would be Marty Supreme. As you
Yeah.
said, the background, like the extras in that movie, are crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, and that's the case with like this all the Safdie brothers movies.
Hmm.
Uh, they just have an eye for picking like the most interesting looking people and putting them in the movie. Um, so Marty Supreme would be my pick, and also they like Mr. Wonderful
Yeah. It's
is in the
so
movie.
good.
Tyler the Creator's in the movie. Uh, there's some really cool casting choices in that movie that I definitely would go for. As for my prediction, I'm actually going to go Sinners.
Okay.
I think the Academy is gonna give it to Sinners. We'll talk about Sinners a little later too, but I do think this is gonna be another one of the awards where it's gonna maybe hint at what they might be giving Best Picture. So that's my prediction is Sinners.
I can get behind that. I'm going to predict one battle after another, just to like contradict you a little bit. Mainly because I mean they have an actor in each category except for best actress. They have two in best supporting actor. And I just feel like because I think it's the front runner for best picture, that's where a lot of the votes are going to head towards one battle after another. And it's just a really well cast movie. Very, very fun. So
Sure.
I'm going to guess one battle after another.
Okay. All right. Um, Next category, one of the banes of my existence, the best music original song.
Oh man.
Uh, the nominees are "Dear Me" by Diane Warren, um, "Golden" from K-pop Demon Hunters, "I Lied to You" from Sinners, "Sweet Dreams of Joy" from Viva Verdi, and "Train Dreams" from Train Dreams. Um, right off the bat, the first thing is that had no idea what Viva Verde was, and I don't think anybody did.
No.
And I had to look it up. It's a documentary about opera singers.
Huh.
So they decided to like nominate kind of a more classical sounding song, which is pretty cool. So I'll give them a pass for that. The song that I absolutely can't give a pass to is Diane Warren. Um, I know everybody talks about it every year. Every year she's nominated for a song that nobody listens to. It's a song that always sucks. I I'm sick and tired of it. Like you can easily ignore whatever Warren decides to do and nominate a song that is much better deserving. Um, for example, I would take Warren's song out easily and replace it with "Last Time I Seen the Sun" from Sinners. I think that song
Nice.
is incredible.
That is an amazing song.
Um, so
And that would have given it 17 nominations, which would have been nuts.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, I maybe we should just give Diane Warren the Oscar so we can just stop hearing from her for, forever. Maybe she'd stop getting nominated at that point. I kid,
They
of course.
already they already gave her an honorary Oscar. It was like last year.
Are you
So
serious? Did they
yeah, they
really?
did.
Oh my
So
gosh, that's
they
so
they
who
should just stop.
who's like what friends does she have in the Academy? It's so baffling.
Probably too
Uh
many, honestly.
Yeah, I'm picking I Lied to You. I think that's a fantastic song. It's maybe the most memorable scene in the movie and it's just great. But my pick, I'd also be happy to see win and my prediction is Golden, which I think is a very good song. So I'd be happy to see it win as well.
Yeah. So I might shock you just a little bit here.
Okay.
Um, but I actually agree with you. As
Really?
much as I love K-pop Demon Hunters, my pick would be "I Lied to You."
Yeah.
That was such a great thing to witness in the theater. It's such a banger. It's like this. It shows the central theme of the entire movie, which is great. Um, so yeah, I would I would pick I Lied to You, and again, my prediction is Golden, and Golden's a banger. Golden's great. I do think it is getting just a little bit overplayed now, which
Yeah.
is a little sad. Which is why I'm like avoiding watching like whenever they do a live performance of it, because I want to preserve my love for that song as well. And
Hmm.
I don't think it's even the best song in that movie either. Like,
No, Soda Pop should have
imagine,
gotten it.
yeah, imagine if they had nominated
That would have
Soda
been
Pop, or
awesome.
how it's done. Like
Or
either
even
of those songs.
Your Idol, I think is a better song.
Oh
I love
yeah,
Your Idol. So either any of those. Maybe that could have replaced the Diane Warren song as well, another K-pop
yeah,
Demon
yeah,
Hunters
yeah.
song. I would have been okay with that.
Um, but yeah. So, but of course, it's gonna go to Golden. They have not yet announced whether or not they're gonna do live performances of these
Mhm.
songs during the awards
They better.
ceremonies. They at least should do it for Golden, and I'd Lie to You.
Yeah.
Like, they would be wasting potential if they didn't do that.
Yeah.
I could give or take the other songs. Like, I don't need to hear those, but absolutely, like, I Lied to You and Golden need to be performed at the ceremony. So I hope they do it.
My
I think the
favorite
chances.
Oh, I
Oh,
was just gonna say my favorite moment from the 2024 Oscar was the "I'm Just Ken" from Ryan Gosling. Like that,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
why would we deny the audience another awesome moment like that? You know, and I don't know if anything will ever be quite as good as that, but just like we want to see Golden live, we'd love to see that. You know, why would they ever
Yeah.
choose not to include that?
Mhm. I do think that the ceremony will open with Conan, uh, maybe singing a parody of a K-pop Demon Hunter song. I don't think it'll be Golden. It might be Golden. He might wave around like a fake Oscar and like sing Golden or something.
Hmm.
That'd be pretty funny. Like, I could totally see him doing that.
Yeah, I'm trying
Um,
to think. Maybe he could do something with like Marty Supreme, or the Substance skit was awesome last year, so I'd love to
yeah,
see something like that again.
yeah. But also shout out Train Dreams. That
Hmm.
song is very good.
Yeah,
Um, great, great nomination for them. So congrats. Shout out to Nick Cave.
yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah. So, all right. So then the next category, best music original score.
Oh boy.
The nominees here are Bugonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Sinners.
Hmm. Okay.
Um,
Um, I'll just say the final song in the movie has been in like 7 other movies. Did you know this? Like that final
yes,
track.
yeah.
Yeah,
It is by the
it's
like
by the
Richter did.
composer, but
Yeah,
it took me out because I was like, oh, this is the song that's in Arrival, and as good as that
The
final
Last
scene
of
is,
Us.
it's in The Last of Us. It's in everything, you know. It's in I forget some of the other movies it's in, but I do think the score is very good in Hamnet. The one I'd take out is Frankenstein, and I would replace it with Marty Supreme, which
Oh
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
that must be what you were thinking
Oh,
too, because freaking Marty Supreme score is awesome. It's not my favorite of the year, but it's so good that it absolutely deserves a nomination. Shout out One O Tricks Point Never. But yeah, I don't know. What did you think?
so I would actually take out three of these scores.
Wow. Okay.
Um, I I haven't seen Begonia yet.
Score in Bugonia is very good. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like Jerskin Fendrix. I thought his score for Poor Things was really great. Like, if not Oppenheimer, they should have given it to Poor Things.
Hmm.
But I for me personally, I would take out Begonia, Frankenstein, and Hamnet.
Okay.
Um, Hamnet's score for me wasn't that memorable.
Hmm.
I don't really remember a lot of tracks, and I wasn't like that wasn't the stuff I was paying attention to, and I do not remember a shred of Frankenstein's score. Like, sorry to
Me neither.
Alexander Desplat, I love you, Alexander
He's
Desplat, but
great.
yeah, let's take out those three. These are what I would put in instead. Marty Supreme,
Okay.
absolutely. I've been listening to that score quite a bit. It's very good.
It is very good.
I would. This is for me. but I would put in Chainsaw Man, the movie Reze arc
Yeah.
score.
Well, that would be an
That
awesome nomination. It just never happened, unfortunately.
yeah, that would have been amazing. It was never going to happen, but still. And then I'd also put in once again 28 years later. I think
Oh, yes. Oh man, you're
that
right.
score by Young Fathers is one of the best parts of the movie. It made the movie the unique identity it has.
Hmm.
Uh, I love that score. So I would definitely put 28 years later in there.
That's a great shout out. My pick would be Sinners, and that's my prediction as well. I just think Ludwig is like the best composer we got right now. I really do. Every time a new Ludwig score comes out, The Mandalorian, Oppenheimer, even Tenets, and now Sinners. Sinners was the best score of the year. I loved the music in Sinners.
Yeah.
It speaks to the themes of the film so well that you can't take them apart. Like you can't I cannot imagine a different score for that movie. And he has already won the Oscar before, but I think he's gonna get a second or a third win, right? Because he already won for Black Panther
Yeah.
and Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
I think he deserves it. I think he deserves that third win. That's how good the Sinner score is. So that's my
Yeah.
pick. Although
I agree. Pick a,
it would be really cool to see Johnny Greenwood win. So but what were you
yeah.
saying?
I totally agree. Pick and prediction is Sinners. Best score of the year by far.
Hmm.
Uh, I think about it constantly. I listen to it still as well.
Yeah.
Uh, that's just another one where it's also really crazy because with its themes and the main characters, you would not expect a Swedish white man to be the one to compose the music for that movie, but he does such a good job.
Yeah.
And like you can tell he did his research and he really wanted to respect like the blues genre and the people within it. So it's really cool to see and hear on screen. He is definitely getting a third Oscar for that, and if things go well next year, maybe he's going to win another for the Odyssey. So
Oh, you know,
we'll
I,
see.
I'm on the Ludwig train, so I we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
All right. So moving on from that, uh, we're going to. Sorry if anybody was expecting us to do this. We are not covering any of the shorts or the documentary features. I have not seen any of the documentary features. I sometimes try and seek them out, but I usually don't have time. So sorry about that,
I
but we're
haven't
skipping
seen any
those.
either, so yeah, we're
Yeah.
we're skipping them.
Yeah. And but really quick on the topic of documentary, there was a documentary that everybody expected to be nominated this year that wasn't at all. It's called 2,000 Meters to Antrufka, or
Oh
however you
yeah,
pronounce it. It's a Ukrainian documentary, and apparently it was amazing. So I'm definitely gonna go seek that one out, but wasn't even nominated.
yeah,
So
yeah. I would love to watch that movie too. I've heard really great things.
yeah. All right. So now the next one we have is one that I have particular words about, which is Best International Feature Film.
Oh my gosh.
The nominees are It Was Just an Accident from France, The Secret Agent from Brazil, Sentimental Value from Norway, Sirat from Spain, and The Voice of Hind Rajab from Tunisia. Uh, I will say this right now. I have not seen the movie yet, and I really want to.
So good.
And I already know Park Chan Wook deserved to be here. No other choice deserved to be in this category. They snubbed him for Decision to Leave. They have never acknowledged him at the Academy. He is one of the most talented filmmakers in the entire world who is living today. And it shocks me that they continue to ignore him like he's not doing anything special within the medium of film, which just it makes me a little mad, but it's okay because that means I can just enjoy him to myself.
Yeah, it's so weird that just a few years ago for Bong Joon-ho, the Academy was like, let's give him all the Oscars. He deserves all the praise. And he did, but they just ignore Park Chan-wook like entirely, like he doesn't even exist. And Decision to Leave was absolutely a best international film. It's a best picture film. Get another movie that we'll talk about in a bit out of there and put in freaking Decision to Leave, because it really is that creative,
No
that
other
forward
choice. No other
thinking.
choice.
No, thank you. No other choice. And Decision to Leave should have gotten nominated the year it came out too. Like, just the fact that he's won nothing is ridiculous. But apart from that, I think this was a very strong category.
Yeah.
Like Secret Agent's fantastic. I really enjoyed the Jahar Panahi movie. Um, and then Sentimental Value, of course. My pick is Sentimental Value, and that's probably going to be my prediction as well. Although I could see Secret Agent taking it. How about you?
Yeah. I haven't seen any of these, so it really
Okay.
it pains me. It's really frustrating to me that I haven't seen any of these.
Yeah.
Um, but just like looking at the nominations, my prediction, I won't say a pick since I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah.
My prediction would be Sentimental Value,
Hmm.
that has the most nominations. But it's really cool that both Sentimental Value and Secret Agent are both in Best Picture as well,
Yeah.
because that makes this category a little less easy to predict. So it's
It's
a little bit more up in the air, which I appreciate. It should be like that. So yeah, my prediction is Sentimental Value. So yeah,
I could also,
and
in
I hope
some
you do.
crazy universe, I could see it was just an accident taking it. I mean, that is
Hmm.
the Palme d'Or winner. Jahar Panahi is like a very risky filmmaker. It's illegal for him to shoot his movies where he does, and I could see like enough of a group coming together and him winning. But I do think it's between Secret Agent and Sentimental Value, and Sentimental Value is going to win.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. The next category, Best Animated Feature.
Oh boy.
The nominees are Arco, Elio, K-pop Demon Hunters, Little Amelie or the Character of Rain, and Zootopia 2. All right. So I haven't seen two of these, which are Arco and Little Amelie. They both look really good.
Mhm.
So they look like they're deserving of the nomination. They're both hand drawn, so of course I'm going to support that. And I personally, Elio, I really like that movie. It's a very sweet movie. However, I would take Elio out, and this is once again a selfish pick of mine. I would put in Chainsaw Man, the movie, the Reze arc, in there
Yeah.
instead.
I would also put in Lost in Starlight.
Oh,
I'd take out Zootopia 2 and put in that one. I did really like Zootopia 2, but like Lost in Starlight, that's such a great. It would be awesome for the Academy to recognize some Korean animation too, you know. So um,
hmm,
that I would take those two out and replace them with Chainsaw Man as well, because those are two of my favorites of the year.
yeah. As for pick and prediction, I think this is another obvious one. Obviously, I'm picking and predicting K-pop Demon Hunters. That movie is incredible. Did so much for pop culture during last year. It is still doing a lot for pop culture. One of the most popular movies of its time. It's gonna win. If it doesn't, I'll actually be a little bit mad. So
Yeah, that's my pick and prediction as well, and well deserved. I mean, Sony are just crushing it on the animation front, and they deserve to be celebrated for it. Spider Verse movies, Mitchell's versus the Machine, which was really fun, and now this movie, like
mm,
I think they deserve a good Oscar for sure.
yeah, uh, I will say Zootopia 2 is not a bad movie.
No,
Like I enjoyed watching it. I don't need it because the first Zootopia already got the Oscar,
yeah,
and it was a much worse movie. Disney's had its time in the spotlight. So please,
yeah,
if anybody from the Academy happens to watch this, which probably will never happen, don't vote for Zootopia 2. You know what to do.
yeah. I
Vote
think
for
it's
K-pop.
well, it's been cool because the last few years it seems like they have stepped away from just always giving it to Disney or Pixar. Because Last year they gave it to Flo. The year before that it was The Boy and the Heron. Those were awesome wins. I mean, they could have given it to a more mainstream American animated movie, but they chose the cooler pick. And I think they'll
Mhm.
not that I'm pretty sure K-pop Demon Hunters is like the popular pick in this category, but I still think it's a very cool win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. All right. And so now with that out of the way, well, we're entering the above the line
Oh boy.
categories. So this is pretty exciting. The first one is best writing, adapted screenplay.
Oh man.
The nominees here are Bugonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Train Dreams. Um, I will already say I think the odd one out here is Frankenstein. I think it's very clear that Netflix forced Del Toro to put in some things in that screenplay that would probably not be there if it was distributed by somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty disappointing. But I'm a little stupid. I need to be told that Victor's the monster. That's essential. So,
And we had Bugonia in there, right?
yes.
I think I would have preferred Wake Up Dead Man over Bugonia.
Mm,
Um, I think there are a couple other films that I would have liked, and they gave Glass Onion and Knives Out the nod, right? I'm pretty sure
yeah.
both of those made it in. And I think this is my favorite screenplay out of those three. I love the screenplay for that movie, so it would have been cool to see it nominated in some regard in this Oscars. But my pick and prediction is One Battle After Another. I think that's a very fun, exciting, fresh screenplay that takes the source material, but really expands on it, really does fun, interesting things with it. And it's just a hoot. It's one of the funniest movies I've seen in the last few years. So that would be my pick and prediction. Oh, I'll also say take out Hamnet and put in No Other Choice. And then this category would be perfect.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you there. I would take out Frankenstein for sure. I'd actually probably put in what was it? Wait, I need to find it again. I'd actually put in Roofman.
Ooh,
I don't know if that
nice.
would count as adapted screenplay. I don't know how.
I think it
I
would.
know it's based off a true. It probably would.
And a book,
I
right?
Yeah, that
Okay.
I think that's kind of more of a sleeper, but I think Roofman had a really fun screenplay, and
Yeah.
I would definitely put it in there. Um, but my pick and prediction, same as you, One Battle After Another. Um, I haven't read the book, but honestly, this movie made me really want to.
Hmm.
Uh, Apparently, it's adapted very well from at least the basic plot of what the book is about. So I'm actually interested to kind of visit what that book is. But also shout out Train Dreams, of course.
Yeah.
Fun, very nice screenplay. Very happy for that as well. So that
Fantastic
is the
screenplay.
yeah. But yeah, this is definitely gonna go to PTA. I could see them giving PTA this Oscar and then not giving him the best director and going with somebody else.
Oh, they better
Like
not.
that could happen because it happened with Spike Lee back in where he won for Black Klansman and then he
Hmm.
didn't win for best director for that either.
Dang.
So
I
I don't think it's gonna happen, but we'll
They
talk
better
about it
not do that.
in a
They
bit.
better not do that.
Yeah. All right. The next one is the other half, best writing original screenplay. Uh, at least one shocker in here for me. That's the first nominee, Blue Moon.
It's crazy.
Uh,
Yeah.
it was just an accident. Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. So I haven't seen Blue Moon.
Mhm.
I will soon. I know it's out for rent, and I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet and rent it and go watch it.
I
But
want to
I've
see
heard
it
it's
too.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard it's good. I watched Nouvelle Vague, which is the other Linklater movie that came out last year. I wasn't as impressed with it,
I liked
but
it. I thought it was
it,
fun.
it, yeah, Blue Moon does look like it's pretty good. So I am looking forward to seeing it. Um, I have not again. I haven't seen It Was Just an Accident, but everything I've heard, it it sounds like it's very deserving of the
Yeah,
nomination.
that was a good nom for sure. I'm happy to see that
Yeah,
there.
I can't think of any movies that well maybe Weapons. I think Weapons had a really good screenplay, but I can't think of any other ones that are I would write over
Hmm.
that weren't nominated. My pick here is Sinners, uh, closely followed by Marty Supreme.
Okay.
Uh, Marty Supreme's script is very funny
Yeah.
and a lot of adrenaline and tension soaked in that screenplay. Really like it, but Sinners for me just has that depth and story going for it. A lot of the characters are very interesting to follow. You get really invested really quickly in what they're going through. And I'm gonna lock it as well. I think that's my prediction too is Sinners.
It's my
Um,
prediction. And I was going back and forth between which one I wanted as my pick, but I did end up going with Marty Supreme. It's my favorite movie of the year. I think the screenplay is excellent. Like you said, it is just hilarious. I've seen it 2 times now. Both times I was just laughing front to back, just like banger line after banger line after banger line. But then it also, I think it ties its seams together really nicely at the end and impacted me emotionally more than I was expecting it to. So it reminds me of a lot of like a really great Scorsese movie or a really good Coen Brothers movie, like we mentioned earlier. So yeah, that's my pick. But my prediction is Sinners.
yeah, I will be very happy to watch Ryan Coogler go up there and accept an
Yeah.
Oscar.
No,
He definitely deserves it. So
I feel no. I would not be upset at all if Sinners won. That's all I'm saying. I think it would be a fantastic win.
yep. All right. The next category, we're to the acting
Oh
categories.
boy, this is going to be fun.
Best actress in a supporting role. Uh, the nominees are Elle Fanning in Sentimental Value, Inga Ibsdottir Lilius in Sentimental Value, Amy Madigan in Weapons, Wunmi Mosaku in Sinners, and Teyana Taylor in One Battle After Another.
I think that's a very strong group of actresses there. All gave great performances.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm
Go
I
ahead.
think I was a little surprised to see Wunmi Mosaku there.
Hmm.
I because I have not seen um lot of buzz about her. She's very good in the movie.
Yeah.
She's like wonderful nomination. She's very deserving of it. But I wasn't quite expecting to see her here. But it's good that she is.
Yeah.
So
Um, okay. For me, it's between the two sentimental value actresses. I think Elle Fanning is fantastic in the movie. Her best performance I've ever seen from her. Definitely better than her performance in that recent Predator movie,
Predator.
at least. I thought she was the worst part of that movie, but she was fantastic in sentimental value. Um, but I'm going with Inga. I think her performance is the most subdued out of everybody's in the movie. I think she brings a level of just like she has so much emotion in her eyes at all times, and she doesn't have as many outbreaks as the other characters. You never quite know what she's feeling, but she delivers on all fronts. So that would be my pick. My prediction is Teyana Taylor, though. I think she's going to win it.
Yeah. Um Again, I will watch Cinema Value. I'm really looking forward to it. So I can't really say anything on their performances. My pick, personally, between the three that I've seen, my pick would be Tiana Taylor,
Mhm.
and that would be my prediction as well. Though I will say, if by and there is a chance, if by any chance Amy Madigan won this, that would be insane.
That would be
I would
crazy.
not be upset if she won.
Hmm.
Uh, she is the best part of that movie, and she's absolutely insane.
Hmm.
But that's a really good nomination as well. But yeah, Tiana Taylor, it's so cool to me that we're getting like an actual like real supporting performance that's getting a huge buzz because she's only in like the first 40 minutes, right?
Hmm.
And she makes such an impact. Like you can feel her impact throughout the rest of the movie,
Hmm.
and it's because Tiana Taylor gave such a great performance. So
It's a very good
I,
performance.
yeah, it will be a very deserving win if that happens. So pick and prediction Tiana Taylor.
Nice. Nice.
All right, best actor in a supporting role. I know, for me at least, there was a one huge surprise in
Yeah.
this category.
An awesome
Uh,
surprise.
yeah, the nominees: Benicio del Toro in One Battle After Another, Jacob Elordi in Frankenstein, Delroy Lindo in Sinners, baby,
Awesome.
Sean Penn in One Battle After Another, and Stellan Skarsgård in Sentimental Value.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, Delroy Lindo. Obviously, I thought Paul Mescal was gonna be nominated here, and it ended up being Delroy Lindo, and I couldn't be happier. Honestly, he's
Yeah.
also one of the best parts of Sinners. He
He's so
steals
good.
the scene. He steals the scene in like every scene he's in, but he also like it's the mark of every great actor that he can steal the scene but still be able to like bow out to like the main characters of the scene as well when it's their turn to shine. And that's the mark of a great actor. And he gives off a great performance. What his character is one of the most interesting in the movie too. So I'm really happy to see him here.
Just like such a well-deserved, exciting nod too, because Delroy Lindo has had such an awesome career, and like for him to finally make it in on an amazing performance, it's just like it's wonderful. It warms my heart, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
And speaking of which, another actor who has is finally being given his flowers here, Stellan
oh my
Skarsgård.
gosh, yes, and he would be my pick. I loved Sean Penn in One Battle After Another, and it was actually pretty tough for me to decide which of the two. I was thinking of going Sean for a while just because he is so funny. But I love Stellan so much. He is great in everything that he's in, from Mamma Mia to Dune. I mean, he's just fantastic in everything. And this is his maybe the best performance I've ever seen from him. He it's either this or Andor. He's just so brilliant in this film. He carries a lot of the emotional weight of the film. I think he's fantastic, and actually, he's my prediction on who's going to win too. I'm all in on Stellan Skarsgård. He's my pick and prediction.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing Stellan Skarsgård in Sentimental Value. So
Yeah,
I'm excited to see it because the only clip I've seen of him is him giving his grandson Irreversible and the piano teacher
yeah,
as a birthday gift, which is super based.
yeah,
Uh,
for sure. He's gonna love it.
yeah, but for me, um, I, I really like Sean Penn and Benicio del Toro both in one battle.
They're
They're
all
both
great.
amazing. And I thought for sure for a while that nobody was going to beat Sean Penn, but in the awards season and all the buzz, like it's been pretty equal between Sean Penn and Stellan Skarsgård, and Stellan Skarsgård has been the kind of the front runner now.
Hmm.
So he's going to be my prediction. Um, and hopefully I'll be able to say he's my pick as well. But right now my pick honestly would be Delroy Lindo.
Nice. That's a great pick.
That like if not Stellan Skarsgård, that would be a really fun win.
He's my
Would
number
be
three.
Delroy Lindo.
It's
Yeah,
it's him, Sean Penn, and then Delroy. I thought he was fantastic in the movie. I
yeah,
also thought Jacob Elordi was very good. So I
yeah.
liked all of these supporting actors a lot.
And if Skarsgård wins, that is probably one of the most deserving career awards for the
Yes,
Oscars
for sure.
because that would definitely be a career award. Like you've been in the industry for so long, here's your Oscar, but it's well deserving, I guess,
And it's
because
backed with
he
a
gave off a
fantastic
yeah
performance. Yeah,
fantastic performance.
it's not a Jamie Lee Curtis situation for sure.
hmm And Sean Penn already does have some Oscars,
Yes,
so
he has two.
it would make sense that
Mhm.
Skarsgård would get it instead of him.
Yeah, and
So
I'm okay with that. I think we should share
mhm,
the love a little bit.
yeah. All right, jumping to Best Actress in a Leading Role.
Oh boy.
There is somebody here that shouldn't be. The nominees are Jessie Buckley in Hamnet, Rose Byrne in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Kate Hudson in Song Sung Blue, Renate Reinsve in Sentimental Value, and Emma Stone in Bugonia. Um, so Oscar morning, I was watching it. They were announcing nominees, and there was somebody I desperately wanted to be in here instead of somebody else. And when they read Kate Hudson's name, I knew there was no chance, and I was immediately disappointed. I haven't seen Song Sung Blue. It's playing in one of the theaters in Rexburg right now, but I really do not have a strong desire to see it.
That's how I
I
feel.
I know I will at some point. Um, but Chase Infinity
Yeah, man.
deserved to be here so much more than Kate Hudson. Like I've heard she's good in the movie. Like all power to her. She's a great actress. But nominate her in a better movie, dude. Like
Yeah.
because you have Chase Infinity, which is like one of the most impressive debut performances ever, like I've ever seen in my life. She's amazing
She's phenomenal.
and snubbed, like
Yeah.
which is a tragedy. She most des- definitely deserved to be here above Kate Hudson. Um, I haven't, and then all the other movies like I haven't seen, like Emma Stone in Begonia. I'm sure she's great
She is great.
from
She's
what the trailers
fantastic.
show. She looks like she's having a lot of fun in that movie. Again, sentimental value. Very excited to see what Renate does there. Um, I've heard only very small things about If I Had Legs, and I do want to see it.
It's crazy.
I'm not ready. I know I'm not ready for it. So,
No, man.
but it's very cool to see Rose Byrne here too.
I'll say,
Um,
oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
but I think for me at least, pick and prediction. Even though I haven't seen the majority of these performances, Jessie Buckley in Hamnet. Like I I heard all the hype around her, and then I finally saw Hamnet, and I was like, okay, I get it. I get the hype. She's definitely the best part of that movie. She puts a lot into the performance, not even just physically, but a lot of emotion into it. She she's great, so I would not be disappointed to see her take the Oscar.
Very nice. I do really love Jessie Buckley in that movie. She'd be my number two. My pick is Renate Reinsve, which if you've been watching this episode, you know that would probably be my pick. I guess I've nominated them for all the acting, just because I think the acting in that movie is just stellar across the board. I will say, I have never had a more visceral reaction to a movie than If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. I was just like stressed out of my mind watching the movie. It kind of helps that my mom looks a lot like Rose Byrne, and I was just like, oh, this poor woman. I just need to jump in the screen and give her a hug. And Rose Byrne is fantastic. She'd be my number three pick. I just never want to have to watch that movie ever again. It was
Yeah.
so painful, like very well made, obviously, but just like I did not enjoy watching that movie. It's intense. So good luck if you do end up watching it. It's a crazy one.
I I will at some point.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So yeah, best actress. Hopefully it's Jessie Buckley. Um, I was there anybody else I was thinking of besides? Oh yeah. So yeah, of course Chase Infinity should have been in here, but a snub that I'm glad to see uh, is Cynthia Erivo
Oh
in Wicked
yeah.
for Good. We haven't talked about I. Let's just get out of the way. Wicked for Good got completely shut out in these Oscars, and I'm gonna be completely frank and honest here. I couldn't be happier about it.
Yeah.
I did not like Wicked for Good. Um, there's
I
some good things about it.
I liked it
Ariana
okay.
Grande, Ariana Grande is still the best part of both of those movies, and she didn't get nominated this year, which is a little sad. Like, I wouldn't have minded if she had gotten nominated for Best Supporting Actress, but there are too many other people who are quite frankly, probably better than she was in other movies. So
Yeah.
she missed out too. But I sent you this yesterday, I think. But some Oscar voters apparently have been like turned off by the PR for Wicked for Good, and yeah, the whole shtick of Cynthia and Ariana seems to have gotten to some people,
Yeah.
like me. I I definitely was not a fan of that. It was very weird. I also think Cynthia Erivo was significantly weaker in For Good than she was in the first one, which was kind of weird. So I'm also glad not to see her here because a lot of people were like, she's gonna get nominated again. I was like, I don't think so.
I'm glad she
So
didn't. I'm glad she got nominated for the first film though.
yeah.
Um, I I forgot to mention this with Best Supporting Actress, but I have to because Odessa Zion didn't get in,
Uh,
and I think she should have gotten in. I don't know who I would have kicked out in her place, but I think that she was one of the best parts of that movie for sure. And like, yeah, one of the people you walk away thinking, "Wow, she was really great in that movie." So,
mhm.
but long and successful career ahead of her. I'm sure she'll be nominated some other time. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I would switch up Masaku for
Yes, yes.
Odetta.
That's
So
who I'd choose as well. Yeah.
yeah. All right. Best actor in a leading role. The nominees are Timothy Chalamet in Marty Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio in One Battle After Another, Ethan Hawke in Blue Moon, Michael B. Jordan in Sinners, and Wagner Moura in The Secret Agent. Uh,
Nice.
this is probably the easiest category for me to predict. At least this was like the top five for basically everybody. Out of all of these, I haven't seen The Secret Agent, so hopefully I'll see it. But I've heard he's amazing.
He is great.
Um, and then Blue Moon, and I've also heard Ethan Hawke is amazing in that movie.
I'm very
So
excited to watch it because I love
yeah,
Ethan Hawke. I love Richard Linklater. I'd love to see a fantastic movie from him. So, my pick, I'm sure it's the same as yours. I'm sure it's the same for most people, and that's Timmy. I feel like he just wants it the most out of everybody here by a pretty big margin. Like he has just been campaigning so hard for this movie. And if he didn't have the performance to back it up, it would be kind of annoying, but the performance is so great that he deserves to go hard for this film. It's one of my favorite performances of the decade, honestly. I love him in this movie. My pick and prediction, my number two is Wagner Moura, though. I think he's phenomenal in this movie, especially what he does towards the end of the film. I think is very beautiful and sentimental, and kind of like Marty Supreme. It got me in my feels for a movie that I wasn't expecting to get me in my feels, and that all comes down to Wagner Moura's performance, which I just think is fantastic. Very entertaining performance as well. He's very funny in it. So that's my number two, and then number three is Michael. I think Michael B. Jordan is fantastic in Sinners. So how about you?
yeah. I'm just gonna shout out a couple performances that I kind of wish that were here, but of course, no chance. Shout out to Josh O'Connor,
Yes. Oh man,
Wake
he's
Up Dead
awesome.
Man, best part of that movie. Shout out to Channing Tatum and Roofman.
So good.
You were incredible. Uh, I will shout out Dwayne Johnson. You
Yeah.
were very good in the Smashing Machine. Not that good, but you were pretty good. Um, let's see. Is there anyone else? Um, oh, this is a supporting actor, but shout out to Chris Evans in Materialist.
Yeah, that's a good
You
pick.
were amazing. I wish you were here, but hopefully you'll have your chance later.
It's my favorite Chris Evans performance outside of Snowpiercer. Like I think he's very good in
Yeah.
Snowpiercer, and I think he's very good in Materialist as well.
hmm Oh, and then Joel Edgerton in Train Dreams.
Yeah.
You were also very good.
William
So
H. Macy, bro. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
William H Macy.
best supporting actor. He definitely should have gotten a nom there. He was incredible.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna shock you just a little bit
Okay.
with this, but my pick is actually not Timothy Chalamet.
Really?
Um, I love Timothée Chalamet, and he's definitely going to win. He very much deserves it. It's uh, one of my favorite performances of the decade as well. Like, he is on fire in that movie. It's going to be great to see him walk up there and claim the Oscar. He's dreaming big. It's
Yeah.
great. Um, I thought a long time about this before I decided, but my pick honestly would actually be Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
Um, what he does in Sinners is nothing short of incredible.
Yeah.
I you kind of forget that it's one person. Like, he plays the twins so well and so distinctly from each other. You can tell them apart immediately. Uh, you can you can see like the commitment that Michael B. Jordan has in both of their characters, and like distinguishing them and like trying to push forth all this character development with them as well. I think it's very impressive. It's definitely my favorite performance out of these five. Even though Timothy Chalamet is right there, he's like literally right there. And so ultimately, yeah, my pick would be Michael B. Jordan, and I think it would be insane if he won. Like,
Yeah.
I could imagine the entire room erupting if he won.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be crazy. But it's gonna go to Chalamet, and that's great. He deserves it.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
he's fantastic in the movie, Michael
yeah,
B. Jordan. And when I first saw it, I was like, this is going to be my favorite performance of the year. So that only speaks to how fantastic Wagner Mora and Timmy are, because I thought that Michael B. Jordan had it. I was so impressed with what he was doing in that movie.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then also shout out Leonardo DiCaprio. He's
Also very
hilarious.
funny. Yes, he's so good.
He's very funny. It's I think his performance is a little bit more on the underrated side, honestly.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
he's playing somebody who honestly adds zero impact to the movie. Bob
Yeah.
accomplishes next to nothing
He does
in
nothing.
one battle after another, which is very funny to me. Yet you're still like invested in what he's doing,
Yeah.
even because at the end he does accomplish his goal of reuniting with his daughter, and
Mhm.
that's the important thing. Like,
Yes.
he eventually reaches that goal, but to get there, he doesn't do anything, which is very funny to me. But it's a fun performance. It's not the best Leo performance. Like, there are
I
better
agree.
Leo performances. So, but shout out to him. He was great. All right. Next up, best directing. Okay, the nominees are Chloe Zhao for Hamnet, Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme, Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another, Joaquin Trier for Sentimental Value, and Ryan Coogler for Sinners.
Nice. This I think is PTA's award. I'm pretty sure everybody agrees with me there, but he's also my pick. I think he is just a fantastic director, and what he brings to this film is a sense of energy and wit, charisma, just and sharp political satire. And that all comes across in the way he directs the film. Um, we also have the he deserves it uh, mentality that Nolan had a couple years ago, and he does. You know,
Yeah,
that's arguably the best director working today. Like PTA is unreal, and One Battle is one of his best movies. So my pick and prediction is PTA. I love that guy.
yeah. So before these nominations came out, I saw a lot of people like championing for Jafar Panahi,
Yeah,
and I I totally get it. Like, I haven't seen that movie yet, and I will, but it's incredibly bold and risky for him to make movies, which is very respectable. Like, he's probably going to be in prison anytime now,
yeah,
which is really sad. But he does it because he feels he needs to, and that's incredible. Um, so it would have been cool to see him here.
I agree.
Uh, but I did go for who I wanted to be in here instead, which was Josh Safdie. I'm really happy that he ended up being in this category.
Me too.
He definitely deserves it. Um, it's a little telling that he got nominated for this instead of Benny.
Yeah.
So
And no disrespect to Benny. I think Benny has done some really fantastic work. Like the show The Curse with Nathan Fielder is like one of my favorite TV shows ever. I love The Curse. So he is very talented. I'm sure he's going to do a killer job as Bowser Jr. in the Super Mario Galaxy movie, you know. But I do think Josh definitely deserves the nomination over him.
yeah. As for a couple people that I wish were in here, um, I know some people are not huge fans of the movie, but I think Bong Joon Ho's direction in Mickey 17
Hmm.
is very strong. So it would have been funny to see him here. Uh, Zach Kreger for Weapons. Uh,
Yeah.
he will get his flowers
Yeah.
one day. So keep going, Zach.
We love
We're
you,
behind
Zach.
you.
Yeah, I'm the number one Zach guy out here. Love that dude.
And then oh, it was right in my head.
Park Chan
Flip.
Wook is a big
Oh,
not. Yeah,
obviously,
yeah,
Park Chan. That goes without saying.
of course.
Uh, please, it one day it's gonna happen. They're gonna have the wake up call.
They
Park
bet
Chan.
they better. Is all I'm saying. That would be
Yeah.
such a massive stain on their already dubious record. Honestly.
And then the last shout out once again, Danny Boyle for 28 Years Later.
Yeah, nice.
Very well directed film.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll also say another movie that's gotten snubbed. Nobody even talks about it. Even like movie guys don't talk about it. Freaking Kiyoshi Kurosawa for Cloud Man. Like I think that
mm,
movie, he directed the hell out of that movie. And I would have loved to have seen it in Best International or Best Cinematography or something. So shout out
yeah,
Kiyoshi. But yeah.
yeah. Um, my pick and prediction basically the same as yours. PTA, it's his time.
Hmm.
He needs it.
Yeah.
Uh, it's honestly a shocker that he has not received it yet. Boogie Nights was his second film, and he was what 26
It's
when he
crazy.
made that. I'm almost 26. That's crazy. And Boogie Nights was showered at the Oscars. It was it, and he didn't get it then. He didn't get it for Magnolia, Punch Drunk Love, uh,
There
There
Will Be
Will Be
Blood.
Blood,
Phantom
uh,
Thread.
Phantom Thread,
The Master. Come
The
on.
Master. Like all these amazing movies. It's finally time to give it to him. Uh,
Yes.
he is he is one of the best working directors today. Especially in Hollywood. Like Hollywood needs more of him. Uh, he loves Venom. Let there be carnage. Respect to that.
Does he really?
Yeah, he does. He said that in an interview. He liked Venom too, but so shout out to that. But
A man of taste.
yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be great to see him. Um, if not him, I would go for Ryan Coogler.
Me
Uh,
too. Yeah.
Ryan Coogler is what
So
can I say
good.
more about Sinners?
Yeah.
He's so good. So I would love to see. Of course, PTA should be up there to receive the Oscar, but if not him, then Ryan Coogler.
Yeah. Well, with Sinners, um, that was the movie where it moved him up from being like yeah, he's a really good director. I really like his stuff to being like he is at the forefront. Like he's one of the best directors working today. So that's pretty impressive with just one movie to get up into that category. But I think Ryan Coogler deserves it. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And so moving on from that, we are on the big one.
The juicy one.
Best picture. Best picture. Um, I'll just read them out first, then I'm going to say something right after. So,
Go for it.
the nominees are Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. All right, so Oscars morning, well, nominations morning. I'm watching it. I'm listening to Louis Pullman and Danielle Brooks reading them out. I hear Begonia. Right after they say F1, and my roommate was
Oh my
asleep
gosh.
on the bed, and I was sitting here on my bed watching it, and I couldn't say anything, but I was kind of contorting and holding back my shock to see F1 here. Um, I did not like. I like F1 fine. It's a very
I like
fun
it too.
movie.
It's a very fun
Yeah.
movie.
Um, it is not Best Picture material,
No.
and it's one of the first in a couple years for me to be like, what is that doing in Best Picture?
Okay, but Emilia Perez, man. Like we knew it was going to be there, but that definitely did not deserve to be a Best
Yeah,
Picture
yeah.
nomination. But yes, I agree. um, honestly, I think this is a really solid batch of Best Picture nominees. Like even F1, I like. I think is a good movie. There usually with Best Picture, there's one where I'm just like, oh, that I don't like that movie. Like, get that movie out of here. And I don't. Besides F1, which I don't think should be here, but I still think is a good movie. I think this is a pretty good batch. Um, I'm kind of surprised Bugonia made it. I'm not going to lie. It seemed like it had kind of been fizzling out a little bit. I guess I do love
Mhm.
Yorgos. And I think Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone are fantastic in it. Happy that Train Dreams made it. Great movie, fantastic movie. Super happy, like we were talking about earlier, that there are two foreign films, and probably my two of my favorite foreign films of the year. I loved Secret Agent and Sentimental Value. And then Sinners, One Battle, Marty Supreme. I think this is a very solid batch of Best Picture nominees. As for what I think is going to win, I think it's one battle after another, but I can still see the road for victory for Sinners. Like I still see it like that it could happen. And I think that would be awesome if it did happen. Honestly, in my ideal worlds of how the Oscars would go, it would be PTA Best Director, Sinners Best Picture. Like I think that would be awesome. Even though I do like One Battle maybe a little bit more, I just think it would be really fun to see Sinners win Best Picture. My personal pick though is Marty Supreme. That's my favorite movie of
Mm.
the year. It's my favorite movie of the bunch. I love that film a lot. How about you?
Um, yeah, this is a very solid lineup. I'm very happy to see Train Dreams there. Um, Train Dreams is my dream pick.
Yeah.
That would be a very, very uh, nice win for Best Picture if Train Dreams won. It's not going to happen, but
It's like the
uh,
Nickel Boys, where it's like it's obviously not going
yeah,
to happen, but we're happy that it's here.
yeah. So love Train Dreams being there. Uh, there are a couple I honestly would not put in here. I haven't seen Begonia yet, so I'm fine with that being there. I'd actually take out F1 and Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Uh, like I like Frankenstein enough. It's very deserving of some of the tech categories. I don't think it's best picture material.
Hmm.
Maybe I need to see it again, and I probably will watch it before the Oscars again to see how I feel about it a second time. But I would definitely put Weapons in there.
Yeah.
That's a pipe dream. Like that would have never happened. But I would have loved to see Weapons in there.
Me too.
Uh, Another pipe dream. I would have loved to see Rental Family in
I
Best
still haven't
Picture.
seen Rental Family yet, so yeah, I need to.
It's so good. I'm glad that Jay Kelly isn't here. Uh,
Yes.
I liked Jay Kelly okay,
I thought it was
but
fine.
yeah, not that much. So
I did like
it's
that
okay that it's not here.
I did like that Cyril Karn was in the movie for one scene. That
Yeah,
made me
it
pretty
right.
excited.
I saw that and I was like, man, nobody knows that he gave one of the best television performances ever. So that was cool. Um, I'd I'd put Left-Handed Girl in there.
Hmm.
Uh, that's another pipe dream for me. Like for me, that's one of the best movies of the year. Love that movie. Uh, As for everyone else, like very deserving. Okay. So you told me a couple days ago, and I get what you mean now when you said Hamnet might have been your Oscar villain.
Yeah,
Because I watched it and I liked it. It's very good. I think it is deserving of a Best Picture nomination. It's a very sweet movie. I think it's destined to become like a comfort movie.
mm,
It's gonna be a movie that like uh your future wife or your grandma would put on the TV on like a cold winter day.
to have a nice
And
nice cry, you know.
yeah, this is like curl up and watch Hamnet. Like it's definitely gonna become one of those.
Hmm.
Um, but I get what you mean because I do think it's a little overhyped for
I
what
think
it
so
is.
too. Yeah, it's actually
Because Jesse,
it's probably my second least favorite, which isn't to say it's a bad
mm,
movie. I think it's good.
yeah,
I think it's a little heavy-handed. It didn't get me as emotional as like Sentimental Value did, and it's trying so hard to make you cry, and that I ultimately didn't cry. I still think it's a good movie. Like I still think Jesse Buckley is fantastic in it,
yeah,
but it if it wins Best Picture though, I would be so mad. Like I would be pissed off. Like it's a good movie. It is not better than like half of the movies on this list though, or like most of the movies on this list.
and that's the thing because I think Hamnet's like number three or something.
Yeah.
It's like there is a chance that it could win Best Picture, and I just don't see it. I don't agree because,
Yeah.
like for me, the movie feels a little too episodic. Like it doesn't feel like it flows together as one story. It feels like there's like an episode of
Yeah.
the Shakespeare's,
Yeah.
and that's okay. Like they're all good episodes, but it doesn't feel like it flows together as a one coherent story
Hmm.
very well. Um, but again, it's not bad. I still like it. Jesse Buckley's amazing. Jesse Buckley's gonna win that Oscar, and that's great. But yeah, Hamnet definitely. I wouldn't not want it to win either.
Yeah.
Um, as for my pick is Sinners.
Yeah.
Sinners is my favorite movie of the year. Uh, I would love to see Sinners win. That would be incredible. For my prediction, it's really close.
Yeah.
I think it's very very tight between One Battle and Sinners.
Hmm.
I think it could go either way. I would not be upset either way, but I know I would be happier to see Sinners win.
Yeah.
Um, it it's just one of those movies, man.
Yeah.
I One of the best theater experiences I've ever had was watching Sinners.
I agree.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a mishmash of genres that works incredibly well. It would be a great win because it's not usually a movie that the Academy goes for like at all.
Hmm.
It's like a mix of a horror, musical, period drama. It's so cool how much Coogler managed to fit in there. Um, I think honestly, I'm gonna be split between these two until like Oscar night begins because once the awards start being given out, and especially I think if you watch for best editing, whoever wins best editing, I think that's going to be a very telling sign of what might be winning best picture.
Yeah.
So my prediction's up in the air, but my pick is Sinners.
Okay. I like that. Awesome. Well, that was a lot of fun. I think this is a much more exciting Oscars than last year. There's like 6 movies on this list that I would just love to see win Best Picture. Like, I think if, like, for whatever reason, The Secret Agent won Best Picture, I think that would be freaking awesome. I would love that to win. So I'm excited for the race. I think it's closer than some people think it is, like you were saying. I'm excited to see what happens. I think overall, they're like always, they made some really stupid decisions. I think 16 nominations for Sinners is awesome. I think all the acting, most of the acting noms are pretty good, except for maybe Kate Hudson. So I'm excited to see what happens come March. Um, any last words you want to share before we sign off, Regan?
It's an exciting time
It is.
during award season all the time. I can't wait to see what happens.
Me
So
too. And I'm glad I have a buddy who gets into award season like I do, because most people just don't care at all or haven't
yeah,
seen any of the movies. So it's fun to have somebody to talk about it with.
yeah, I can't wait for next year when Ray Fiennes is nominated for Best Actor in 28
Dude,
Years Later, The
he
Bone Temple.
he
So
better, bro. That's all I'm saying. He is so good in that movie. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys all for listening and watching this video, and hope you have a great rest of your day. If you want, like and subscribe, comment. What's your pick for best picture? What's your pick for all the other categories? We'd love to hear from you. And we're signing off. We'll see you next time.
see ya.
Peace.